that is just coming in. Iran's Supreme National Security Council, the government of the Islamic Republic of Iran, has already made arrangements to meet all societal needs, and there is no concern regarding the supply of essential goods. Schools and universities will remain closed until further notice. Banks will continue providing service to the noble people of Iran. Government offices will operate at 50% capacity for the time being. So that's the news that is coming in, the official word that is now coming in from Iran about the steps that are being taken. The Iranian people being assured by Iran's Supreme National Security Council that as far as essentials are concerned, Iran is well equipped and it has made arrangements for that. As far as schools and colleges and universities go, they will remain shut. Workforce at 50%, banks will continue providing services. This is the month of Ramzan that we are talking about, and there's a lot of concern. But this is the news that we have, Sanjay. So the people of Iran being assured by the government of the day there that don't worry, we are in control.
Well, how much weight that assurance carries is uncertain, because there's going to be a difference between rhetoric and reality. As there always is in a war situation, the government will be keen to put out messages of reassurance to calm people down and to prevent any mass panic that then could feed a revolt against the regime itself. So this is a predictable message of reassurance. How much weight it carries, we do not know as of now. We do not know the extent of damage that will be caused over what period of time. Above all, the question whether people begin to crack from within, whether there will be cracks within the government system, within the IRGC. We have seen some reports that there has been an element of disaffection even within the IRGC. This is the testing time now. This is when we will know if and to what extent that may be true at all. Also, there is a question of how much supplies are available with the government. Iran has been hit and hurt with sanctions for a long time now. There is not a great deal of stockpile. There is not a great deal of resilience within the system to keep people supplied. If this were to drag on, and if really Iran puts up a fight, this will drag on for a bit, without doubt. So there is a question of time frame here. There's a question of what there is people can be supplied with. These are early hours we are in, and the assurance is, well, 50% this, 50% work that. This may not last long if the matters as they're developing get out of hand and go the way they're going.
And the indications are that this could just be the beginning. I mean, the war could be prolonged, even though Iranian government is assuring Iran's population that we have stocked enough. But how much is enough if this war is going to drag on? Indications from the United States and from Israel that this is not a one-off strike that has happened.
Well, enough is just a word. It's not a number. It's not a quantity. And the question is how much the Iranian government has. It's not likely that there is a lot, because there have been shortages, and these are shortages that have provoked the protests that we saw. It's not likely that in an effort to calm the protests, it would have held on to masses of food and equipment and supplies to people rather than offer it to them. The reports from Iran have been that the government has been offering food to people, offering support to people to try and calm them down. It's not likely that the government is hoarding these things in order to supply people later at some stage.
And what is the indication that is available at this stage about the kind of damage already inflicted? Even though Iran is putting up a brave face, indications from the other side seems to be that some of their top leadership and top military installations could have already faced the brunt of the strike that has happened.
Well, that is already happening. I don't know if even there's an if about that. Certainly, Iran has been hit very hard. And if there is an if here, it is that we really don't know yet the full extent of this, because it's just happening. And this is a very, very massive attack, as it would be. Having decided to go for it, it's not likely that the US will hold back or Israel will hold back. They would have predetermined targets. They would have had a plan to attack these targets, figured out the means to do so, the timing, what, where, when, and they're going at it. This is not something that is going to soften in a hurry, and in fact, it will be in the interests of the US and of Israel to hit early, to hit very hard, in order, if their intention is to try and avert too much damage, in order to provoke a revolt both within the government, within the IRGC, within other political circles within government, and also to try and encourage protest from people. And this is not an if either. President Trump has said so much. He has said that IRGC should revolt, either they should surrender or they will die. He has asked people to come out and protest against the regime. So he's trying clearly to encourage people to go against their own government, so that the third ally after the US and Israel would be the very people of Iran and people who are disaffected within the government. That is the hope. And if that were to happen, that would be perhaps the least disastrous of the outcomes in terms of human lives and loss and damage. At the moment, we haven't seen that, but again, this is a bit early to say if that will happen at all and when that might happen.
Any indication, Sanjay, third ally as you call them, is there anything that the Israeli authorities or the American authorities are even indicating about how this third ally is really responding to the situation inside Iran?
Well, the response time is too short as of now. The areas in Tehran have just been hit, and IRGC is has been targeted foremost, as it would be. There has been a lot of damage going by the reports we've received so far, and a loss of lives, and this is a considerable loss of lives. In the face of that, what the rest of IRGC will do is what we are waiting to see, because this is a testing time for them. If this revolt is to come, it will have to come soon. If not, and if they hold on, if IRGC stays together as a force, they decide to fight it out, they do not move against them to start cracking. And certainly they would have anticipated this. They would have had a leadership in place predicting that this would be the aim, to try and also then to toughen people and to withstand these pressures. So all these pressures, one way and the other, are playing out currently.